What I want to talk to you about today is it's a habit that I've been doing for I think like 2 months, 3 months on Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, my Instagram is edward.builds. I only do this on Instagram. And if you do follow me, you're going to know what I'm talking about. Today is going to be a great day. Every morning, I post a story saying today is going to be a great day on Instagram with an image of New York in the background, or an image of a beautiful house or a lovely tree or a lovely flower, something nice, something pleasant in the background. And the message is always the same. It says in the same place on the screen, today is going to be a great day. I want to talk about why I do that and why I think it's very good for brand, and why I think anybody who is putting themselves out publicly, or if they have a brand, they can do this too. They can even schedule it. And I think it's something that's so good for top of mind awareness. And I think people really like seeing consistency. Consistency inspires people. Here's why I started this. I was having a really good afternoon 2 or 3 months ago, and I just took a picture out my window, a beautiful picture. I was feeling so good. The coffee was running through my veins, and I wrote on the screen, today is going to be a great day. I just wrote it in white and I centered it. I used a normal font. And then that was it. That was the story. I was feeling so good. I was like, I wonder, this kind of like dorky, but whatever. Like people, like I'm just a positive person. I want people to experience that. And then the next day, I wake up at 6 and I go meditate on the East River. I do that most days. Most days I wake up at 6 a.m. and then I go meditate in Brooklyn Bridge Park on the East River here in New York City. I love doing that. I do that after I do guided Wim Hof breathing. If anybody who's listening is a Wim Hof breathing fan, hit me up. I love doing that stuff. I love, it's like, that's actually a crazy life hack. A lot of people say this Wim Hof breathing is a life hack. You could just search guided Wim Hof breathing. There's a video on YouTube. I think it has like 52 million views. So many influential people love guided Wim Hof breathing. It's amazing. So after I do the breathing, I go down to the East River and I go and I meditate. And on this morning, I said, you know, it'd be really cool if I just took a picture of Manhattan, because when I'm meditating, Lower Manhattan is in front of me and it's so pretty. It's so beautiful. And I said, it'd be cool if I posted a picture of this. And then I said over it, today is going to be a great day. And then I said, it'd be really cool if I just put the text in the same spot from yesterday, the same size and everything. So when you go from photo to photo, the background changes, but nothing else changes. The text is the same. And then sometimes I even put on the bottom left corner or the bottom right corner the time, because it shows, like, I think people get inspired by seeing other people hustle. I know that sounds crazy, or maybe it sounds try hard, but I really believe that. I personally, many years ago, Jocko Willink, he's, you know, this influential ex-Navy SEAL. He's written all these books, been on Joe Rogan so many times. This guy, Jocko Willink, he used to go to the gym at 5 a.m. or 4 a.m. and he would post pictures of the gym with a timestamp of when he was there. I loved seeing that. That motivated me. That inspired me. And what I'm doing with today is going to be a great day. That's what I'm trying to do with others. Also today, so here's why I do this. I'm going to list through the pros. I want to list through the pros. Keep this episode really fast. Keep this episode short. I want to list through the pros of why I do today is going to be a great day. So, consistency. I really believe consistency inspires people. I believe that people get inspired by seeing other people be consistent. You want to know why? Because most people are not consistent themselves. They wish to be. And when they see other people doing it, that makes them feel good. That makes them feel like they can do it. Oh, if Edward can do it, I can do it. If this guy can do it, I can do it. If Jocko can do it, I can do it. I think people feel that when they see other people being consistent. Consistency inspires people. Over time, posting today is going to be a great day with different images in the background tells a story. I started this in New York. Soon I'm going to go and live in Europe again. I'll do it in places around Europe. And over time, it will tell a story of these places that I've been. And the thing is, this isn't like your profile grid on Instagram where you're like showing off your life or anything. This is just like, it's become a tradition for yourself. So it's not really, it's not like try hard where you're like trying to show off or anything, or you're like, look at me, look at where I am. It's more like you're trying to inspire. And I think that comes across with the way that if you do an affirmation every day, really what this is, it's a form of an affirmation. When Jocko Willink was in the gym every morning at 4 or 5 a.m. and he was sharing that. That was almost an affirmation to himself. That was something that he was doing for himself. And when I post today is going to be a great day, honestly, it's something that I do for myself because I want to express it because it feels so good. But I also think it's just, it works out because it makes me happy and it's very good for brand. I get so many messages from people. I'm serious. I get so many messages from people telling me that they love that I do this, Men and women, like it's equal. And they just tell me that they love that I do this. They love seeing this from me every morning. It makes them happy. It makes them feel good. And over time, yeah, it tells a story. It tells a story of where you're going, what you're doing. I don't post anything gaudy. I don't post watches. I don't post cars. I don't post planes. I don't post any of that stuff. I just want to have peaceful Zen. What's the word? A meditative image in the background, a nice image, peaceful image in the background. And then over it says, today is going to be a great day. If you do this, if you decide you want to post something every day on stories, I would totally recommend it. I think it's cool. I think it's like super cool. You don't have to do today is going to be a great day. You can have another affirmation. You could do something like that. You do anything. But I think it is great for brand building. I think it's great for top of mind awareness. And if you do an affirmation, then it appeals to a lot of people. So that's something else that I think is cool. I'm going to describe this as a brand hack. This isn't a growth hack, but it is a brand hack. And I'm all about consistency on the Edward Show. I just believe if you do something, not like there's so many pieces of evidence around this. If you do something for long enough, you are going to succeed, and you're going to succeed tremendously. People don't see that. I want to read this quote one more time. And I say one more time, but I'm going to read it again and again and again. It is such a meaningful quote from Paul Graham, the founder of Y Combinator, the most successful startup accelerator in the world. And he wrote an essay recently called How to Do Great Work. I've read this before. I'm going to read it again. Here is the quote. We underestimate the cumulative effect of work. Writing a page a day doesn't sound like much, but if you do it every day, you'll write a book a year. That's the key, consistency. People who do great things don't get a lot done every day. They get something done rather than nothing. If you do work that compounds, you'll get exponential growth. Most people who do this do it unconsciously, but it's worth stopping to think about. Learning, for example, is an instance of this phenomenon. The more you learn about something, the easier it is to learn more. Growing an audience is another. The more fans you have, the more new fans they'll bring you. The trouble with exponential growth is that the curve feels flat in the beginning. It isn't. It's still a wonderful exponential curve, but we can't grasp that intuitively, so we underestimate exponential growth in its early stages. Something that grows exponentially can become so valuable that it's worth making an extraordinary effort to get it started. But since we underrate exponential growth early on, this too is mostly done unconsciously. People push through the initial unrewarding phase of learning something new because they know from experience that learning new things always takes an initial push, or they grow their audience one fan at a time because they have nothing better to do. The last line, if people consciously realized they could invest in exponential growth, many more would do it. That's what I'm doing. I want to read this one more time. If people consciously realized they could invest in exponential growth, many more would do it. That's what I do with everything. That's what I do with my weekly newsletter, with this daily podcast, and with my daily videos. And that's what I'm doing with the daily story. Today is going to be a great day. I think it will lead to some really good things. The last two things, it's an opportunity to show off your life in a tasteful way. I think that's very cool. And then the last thing is I do this no matter what. There is a severe storm in New York City today. A severe storm. My phone is vibrating with weather advisories. And I still got my phone outside. I don't have to go outside every day. Maybe it could be something lovely in your apartment. I've seen people show like their blinds just swaying gently in the winds. But I got my phone out. I found a way to take content of the rain that was peaceful. And then I put over that today is going to be a great day. And I still did it every day. Every day is going to be a great day. Every day. Say it with me. Every day is going to be a great day. Today is going to be a great day. I know I said that was the last thing. Here's the real last thing. When I'm having days where I'm just like, oh my God, this is so hard. I think to myself, wow, I actually promised everyone this morning, today is going to be a great day. And then I start feeling better. It's like, there's this famous meme from how this American sitcom called How I Met Your Mother, with this guy, Barney Stinson. And the meme is, when I'm sad, I stop being sad and be awesome instead. And that's what this affirmation does. It reminds me to be awesome instead. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. I think this is episode 86 of The Edward Show. Somehow we've done 86 episodes of this wild thing. Thank you all for sticking with me. Thank you all for listening. And I hope this brand building hack is useful. If you have a business or a brand, I think this is a pretty easy hack. It's really easy to do. You could use any social media scheduling tool to schedule this story on Instagram. I personally don't do it because I do these things 50% for myself. I want to tell myself every morning, today is going to be a great day. If you have just a brand and a business, you could set this up with any scheduling tool and it would help. This type of thing, have an intern set it up. Or you could set it up yourself. It won't take long. And then once it's set up, it just goes every day. Something new with this brand building affirmation. And over time, I believe that it will compound and lead to good things. I will talk to all of you again. There's a lovely Friday here. I will talk to all of you again tomorrow and Saturday. I look forward to it. Bye now.